Um, Hello everyone. I know I am in full control of this, and yet I was not quite prepared. It's that kind of day so far, you know? In fact, I'm not even fully prepared uh for this much. I forgot. Let's add let's add some honk, which would mean that honk needs to be running. Okay. Today, I don't have the radio running because I'm going to be listening to my own things, but because of, DMCA purposes, I'm just going to leave uh I'm just going to leave everything off so you can listen to your own thing as well. Then I'll just perk in every once in a while. Perk in? Mm. That's why I have this cake I need to finish eating. Mm. Does this say ASMR? I'm sorry if it is. What did I say? Did I say I was adding honk? All right. Let's see here. I want this one to go under that. Hey, there that is. God, why is it so delayed? Let's see. If I bring it down a bit, I'll stick it back here. I'm gonna keep going down. I have safe zones drawn today, so. Oh, if I'm gonna do this nonsense, I need to do this. Yeah, that's close. Mm, eh, Maybe about this much. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, just because I still haven't looked at my camera to figure out what's wrong with it. Mm, mm, mm. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. We are live, right? Aren't we live? This looks live. This is probably live. Hmm. What if I do it like that? Like, God, there's so much delay. I'm done with the sentence before it starts. All right, I guess I'm looking at. Let's see here. Honk. delay. Nope, not honk de la honk. Tell me about honk. Community. Hmm. Uh-huh. Okay. Honk. Let's just honk 2.0. Let's see. You say a restart resolves this. Desync. Visible delay. Alright, cool. So apparently this is a known bug. Working on a hotfix currently. Yeah, I have the eye moving to the mouse. That's cute. Just a little bit. So how about for the time being? Goodbye, honk. Okay. I mean, listen, I'm just like chilling out today. Hey, look at that. Properties. We need to allow transparency. Hi. Now I'm over here. How's that doing for you? What? What if I were like a not invisible, but floating, ethereal, something like that? God, I would love to be. Let's put me like over here. Let me put me like over here. Okay. So I need to. Oof. Oh boy. All right, my mic's in the way. Oh boy. Oh, what have I done? How did I do this? How did this happen? Oh, look at how I live. Okay. Hello. Now. Here's a cake I'm eating. Homemade. I didn't make it. My mom made it. All right. I'm having a lot of trouble being focused and getting started today. Um. Uh. 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 All right. So here in my book of mystical wonders. Hey, what page is safe to show? This page with all the crossbreed Priscilla on it. Cause she's a big lady and I like her, and I'm not good at drawing her yet, but I at least now like understand her how her outfit is laid out. It's got so many layers. Hey, there we go. Thumbnail. I need this where I can see it. You don't necessarily need to see it. I grabbed a bunch of paper. I really only need the one. I ain't gonna mess up. Hmm. Okay, I need one of these. Got all sorts of other implements over here. I don't even use them all for the comic. Oh. I got recycling I gotta take out. It's a whole deal today. Oh, I got this noise now too. Ooh, hang on. It's a pencil sharpener. I should probably get rid of it. What do I do here? See, here's why I thought of. Here's why I kind of need the thumbnail before I start drawing, because I need to just follow instructions at some point, you know? So if I take a step ahead of time to leave the instructions for myself, then when I get to this point, I don't have to think at all. And that's just absolutely fantastic, if I'm being honest. Ideal. Okay, how about if I leave the mic right there? That's good. Let me be able to lean in a little bit. How do I normally do this? Oh my god. Oh, why am I so out of it? Okay. That's gonna be the worst place to leave that, but okay. Things that I know. Quarter-inch border. Start there. Oh, excuse me, I got the hiccups now. Mm. Okay, I'm trying. Uh, finally up to episode 90, 10 away from 100. It's 8. So, is that really half? I guess that's half. Hmm. Yeah, okay. 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4.5. I think I'm gonna do. Wait, no, because if I do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3.5. No, this last one. Okay, so this will be 3.5. That's what, because the bottom row needs to be um 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.5, and then it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's a little bigger towards the end. Or should I move this half an inch? Yeah, no, this first one should be slightly bigger. So that'll actually stay there. Yeah, the middle, because this one is, these are like mostly very quick actions. This one's the like longest. This one's actually like the longest action. This is just reaching for the door and the door cracking open. Um, see, this one has like the face reveal down here. That's why this bottom row needs to be the biggest. Because then I've already split it down smaller. Um, these are kind of scene setting, and there's a lot of like sort of like storytelling happening in detail, so I want more space to be able to show those off. But yeah, these I can let be smaller. But this one has dialogue in it, so this one I might actually widen. I can't make it as wide as half, but this is okay if it's wider than either of these two. This is probably narrow. Like they get wider as we go. It's How about I just do it instead of talking about it? No, I'm talking about it's good. One, two, three and a half, and then one, two, three. My book just fell. And then it's one, two, three, four. Yeah. Really? Like this? Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. What do I want to look at here? Uh, yeah, it makes these even. That one's open. That's fine. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Then what is my last panel? This is even. This one's split. Hmm. All right. So this one's not actually going to be a frame. Is my plan. Uh, I'll make it work. You know, one of those Thursdays. Yep. Drawing lines. This is. I got nothing interesting today. Like, that's. Like, I think that's kind of thing. Like, I don't have anything particularly, like, exciting to say about this page. Um, I got nothing exciting, like, to talk about today. Um, right. This one I'm leaving none, none framed. But like that's the thing. Where I'm at today, I just want to. I want to like keep my brain busy by doing something, if not specifically interesting, then at least engaging, let's say. You know, play a game that makes me solve puzzles, something like that. Um, and this is absolutely not doing that for my brain. I think this page is taller than my uh taller than my thumbnail. Thought. Oh, maybe I should have been recording this whole thing. You know what? You know what? Who knows? Who knows for sure? Okay. So these two are pretty much the same. I'm wondering. Do I do like I did last time, where I just sort of like draw it once and then draw the pieces that change? Because then it would also be sort of like a nice transition from the last comic page. Um, what if? See, the problem is this is also going to be one of the most dense ones, which is why I really don't want to work on it. I could probably do these three because this is like the simplest. Except I need to go reference a page from the beginning of this chapter where I drew this front door already. So I need the consistency about how this door looks, what the it's just door, so I can make it the same door because it is the same door. Yeah, my brain really needs more than this is giving me. It did just have like a big piece of cake, so it's a lot of sugar, so that might be buzzing me. I found a puzzle to try to solve. It's what's wrong with my brain today. Hmm. Okay, so that's what the door looks like. I gotta, I gotta draw it though. Uh, yeah, I could do this. Hey, if I just do this, and then it instantly disappears because it can't handle temp files. Yeah, got it. Okay. Okay. will say it's funny. A lot of the things about the layout of this apartment, I actually is sometimes you just gotta play um a couple of games of The Sims to finish laying out apartments and understand where your characters live, you know? I don't know if I'm getting that far. I might listen. I'm gonna try. Um, I'm gonna see how far that I can get. I'm not gonna give myself shit if I don't finish it today. Um, but I may also call it at some point and um decide to finish this another day. Hmm. Oh boy. It's just where my brain is. Do I need to? Maybe I don't need to be down here. Maybe I need to be like moving something. This is like this has been the 15-year story of me trying to work on this comic. Is that like no, I do care about this comic and about working on it, but um it's like, yeah, no, I care about the comic. I want to work on it. I want to, get it done one day. But um, at some point, I just like lose an ability to focus on something, and it's just like, no, I have to. There are other things that I have to do, and it's just like I don't know why. As much as I care about this, I just can't bring myself to focus on it, and I'm like, all right, I'll take a break, and then it takes me 3 years to come back from that break and get back to it. I mean, here's the thing. I'm doing one a month this whole year. I'm gonna do it. I'm proud of what I've done so far. I want to do the whole thing. I'm doing my best. Um, and then at the end of this year, because it all like lined up, December's page is going to be 92. Then it's only 8 until 100. And if I can get to 100 pages, I will call myself proud of that. And then if I end up taking a break from this again, then that's fine. The fact that I've gotten back to this at all is already like a moral victory in a weird way. Um, so I'm just trying to not give myself shit over it, you know? What bubbles are on this page? This is panel 5. So maybe move them up a little bit. I might do it like this. That. I don't draw the bubbles on the page, but I want a reminder. Hmm. 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 What's important here? I kind of copy this table right there. Right. Door opens a little. Door open full. Inside, them peeking. That's very important to me. Problem is, there's also like a big computer desk behind them. He's got a bunch of monitors. He's got like a battle station. I need to put something there because it's there, but I need to not put a lot of detail into it. It's fine. It's fine. Am I like shedding today? Well, the cat was sitting on my chest. She might have been shedding. This one is going to be him going over to the door. This is okay. We need like word bubbles will be up here, which means her face is going to be like here. How big is her face? Her face is like this big. Yeah, just a face says hello. Oh, scusi. I mean, ink is going on page. Okay, now I guess I have to compare her to because she appeared in the latest one. She has stuff. She's got like book, then laptop, then papers. Yeah, so I'm working. I like this like Garfield style, like prove that there's a background there by shading it. This one's gonna be like easy because and then this one is gonna be a step. And this is just how you like a big close up of a foot. Don't answer that. Wait, did I show her legs in the last one she was in? Not close enough. Kind of. She's wearing jeans. Okay. See, I imagine she wouldn't wear super baggy jeans. She would wear ones that are like much closer to properly sized. So like every time I draw her, I find a new way that I want to try to draw her. Yeah. That's what I want. She's just like radiating. I just like sketch and ink half the panels and then leave the other half of the panels for another day. That'd be fun, right? I totally lost it. What was I doing? This is going to be a two-person perspective headache. This is going to be one person. Fine. This is going to be three people and a door. Head twice. Headache. I think I can do this one, and then if I ink it, I might call that enough because that's progress. What I put here? Just like just like simple, just like reaching. And these are basically opposites each other. I just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I do 6 out of 9, that's a non-insignificant number of panels done. That's more than half. Where is this camera from? If this line is diagonal, that means it's Dutch. It's not Dutch. It can be normal. I'm going to be low and looking high. Looking this high. Okay. Okay, how about I do that? And then there's a thing. There's probably a thing. So, okay, so from here. Okay, he's. Go for that. I need a fan now. I'm hot. There we go. Okay. Dust on my screen. I gotta get a lot of. I gotta clean my desk and monitor and everything. Why is there, man? Like this camera has like a decent quality. It's got some focus on it, but for some reason the driver is bull, and I can't like. Will I be able to mess with my camera? Yeah, because again, that's another problem that I can solve, and I don't have to just follow these instructions. Man, maybe I am. Hey, is another ADD thing just like struggling to follow directions? Okay, continues to check out. Anyway, depends on the day. Really depends on the day. Let's see here. If I really break this, let's really break this. That'll be fun. Here's a camera. Resolution 1920 by 1080. FPS. Oh yeah, because if I configure video, the only option I have here is exposure. And the slider does not appear to do anything. If I yes, I cannot actually adjust the exposure. That is, I cannot actually change any of the settings on the camera. Can I? Oh, okay, maybe. What if I did this? Okay, well, yep, nope, this, yep, nope, yep. Headaches. Headaches all the way down, just like when it's turtles. Okay. Well, I made him taller than this. I don't care if it doesn't even match at this point. I could raise the door. I have the power. Thundercats, ho. What them Thundercats do? Um, I do that, but really you're only going to see his hair. But you'll see where the ponytail mounts. You know how ponytails mount to the head? Okay. Uh, Leave? Call that good enough? I don't know how fingers work. Probably like that. Ah, spooky times Thursday, everybody. Hmm. Hmm. There would actually be like a have an intercom because it is an apartment, and apartments usually have intercoms. Yeah, I'm really just making these things up as I go along. By the way, so if I get something wrong, it's because I'm making it up. I think it's hard to make something wrong because when you're making up theoretically, there's not a real thing for you to compare it to. Let's do some of this. Hey, you know what? How about before I start inking, how about I take like a tenor and just go have a breather? I need that. So I'm gonna throw y'all to a BRB screen, and I'll be back and check out this new stinger that I downloaded from Spooky. Links in the YouTube archive. All right, I'll be back. Hey, I'm back. I opened a window. I carried a couple of pumpkins. I got myself a mug of instant coffee because sometimes you just want garbage. I oftentimes just want some garbage. So this is great. This is good. I'm feeling better. I don't know what that means. I'm gonna ink these, and those others feel like a headache, so I'm gonna leave those off. I can continue into them if I feel fine when the rest is done and I feel confident about that. Or it'll make it easier to do a new session when I know I only have these three left to do. And then all the digital stuff with the digital stuff, it basically feels. The digital stuff is so easy. All right, here's where I have to lean in and be very, very, very quiet. I'm inking comics. Giggity. Okay. I'm gonna sit. Yeah, just like in the middle of the screen. This is like in the middle of the screen. So how about I? Yeah, I can sit like this. Maybe I'm doing this backwards because like I've been doing a bunch of drawing lately, just like downtime scribbles, just for fun, just to keep the juices loose. Don't say that. Although the juice is loose. No, don't say that. Um, I completely derailed myself. But I've been finding if I do um like full normal inking, doing the thin lines first, I do I don't like run into a problem to then go back and outline with the thick. It's way easier. Or it's not necessarily easier. It feels more consistent in terms of getting like the shapes of the silhouette lined up right. Um but at the same time, boy, how am I going to do this? Cuz my brain says the hard outline. These are doors. I want to do this actually. My brain says the thick outline here is going to be the edge of the door and the door, right? Because there's such a gap in distance between these things and whatever you see through the doorway. So I guess in here, I do actually want to say the same thing, but the door will come and follow his outline, so he will be part of this doorway scene, which is odd but fine. And then yeah, I'll try doing it the other way because these guys are already going to be so small that I need to be delicate. So I think I'll do thin inking on them and then thicken them up later if I want to. Like I might like thicken them up but not along the door edge as they're peeking around. That's what's going on, by the way, in the background here is they are in the doorway in the background peeking their heads out to see who's that? What's going on? What's the big deal? And I love it. It's in like my official script doc now that it's like no visible in this scene are those two peeking their heads out from around the door frame. Like it's great. Great. It has to be in there. Ugh. The thing I was listening to ended. I should listen to something else now. right? I could go to my own music. See, like the thing, I don't necessarily feel like listening to words. I don't like my brain is like not prepared for most of the like high engaging kind of media and actions that I normally go for, but at the same time, um, it is also craving stimulation. So that constant back and forth has been a pretty. Why did you grab that? Hey, hey, what the heck? Why did you grab? Um, what? Okay, it's not you. Is that Critta? Why did the Critta grab it? What the heck? I don't know why that happened, but okay, fine. Don't look at that either. Oh my god. Nonsense day, you know what I mean? Fear that calm. Oh, now I'm just going to be singing what I'm listening to. Uh-oh. I will try not to. Oh, I want to tweet because it's been about 2 hours, and we're getting another second people in here. I would love to have some company. Okay. Sometimes you gotta tweet. You must never tweet. Your time starts now. Could I lower this camera? Okay, hang on. Now we're talking. I can't just. I'm doing everything but the work I'm touching. It's that kind of day. It's that kind of day. See, I remember I placed the bubbles here, but the bubbles here were more to make sure that my sketch composition worked out. I'm ignoring those for inking. I mean, yeah, I already goofed it, but I'll do it because it'll be under a bubble. Who cares? That's where I'm getting through so much of this just by uh via the mantra, who cares? It's wild that these two vertical lines are the only thick lines on this panel. That's interesting to me. If it's wrapped here, it would pull this way. And you draw all the way to the edge. You need that bleed. Make it bleed. Simon says, draw your bleed. Oh, that instant coffee. Oh, it's garbage. Oh, yeah. Ah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Ooh, and then this. There's a little right there. Okay. But again, this is the main reason that I do it this way is because you can now here, even on the camera where you can't make everything out, you can tell what's going on in these pictures now, right? More or less. Give it the old squint test, which means that even if I mess up everything else on my details, you get the main beats, and that's like it's kind of like a it's kind of like a backup plan for me. It's like even if I mess everything up, this will still play. Which then actually makes me feel more confident about the thing overall. So I actually get less like prohibitively detail oriented about everything, and I just kind of go like, yeah, no, that I know I have a good backup, so let me just half-ass the rest of this, which makes me go faster, which makes me stop spending effort on things that won't pay off in the end, and it is, so far as my B plan has proven right that it does like raise the floor of what the quality is going to be, so it's good, it's fun. I want to get these waves in there just because the waves would be if I had more background in here, the waves would be thick to overlay them over the background. But because the waves are sort of like implied aura and not actual like tangible action lines, motion blur kinds of things, um, I'm gonna do them in thin. So like the aura is subtle, right? The aura is the background. The fact that it has replaced any other background that there would be is what like makes it obvious, but it is in the idea that it's like it is understated by being thin lined. It's not shouting at you. Um, Good enough. Ow! I did it again. Went to put the cap on, drew on myself. You don't get that with digital art. That's there's nothing else to that. It's just an observation. What shoes does she wear? I usually draw her barefoot. Like here, like she is an extremely um self-indulgent character for me because I mean, let's be real. She's the girlfriend that I invented for my self-insert character. Um, well, I don't consider him a self-insert character now, but he is sort of like if I invented my own role model and then I started giving him flaws. I would hope he is more interesting than self-insert at this point, but he definitely started as self-insert. And she was invented to go with him during that time. Um, but she's kind of like a she's kind of a character of contrast because her like main two traits are that she's like really smart, she is hardworking to be smart, because like that's the whole thing going on here, right? Is she's here to work on like a school project. Is it? I don't think it's a thesis, but it is like she's a high schooler doing college level work. Is the not revealed in canon, but that's part of the story Bible, I guess. Um, so she's doing like some heavy duty work, and she has to work hard at it. Like she's successful at it, but she works hard at it, um, which is part of a foil to him because like his intelligence comes to him, and in some ways is sort of a burden to him because it's why he's so disinterested in everything. Like his conflict is never with the problem at hand. His conflict is always with his own disinterest in things. That's always been his um that's always been his character trait. I just never quite figured out that that was like his. I never. It took me a long time to figure out the way that you make a character interesting is you focus on their conflicts, and putting together like, yeah, no, that's his conflict. Is like he's good at everything, which means he's uninteresting in everything. And then I took a break, and in the intertwining break, One Punch Man got popular, and I read that, and I was just like, yeah, it's you have him contend with his own disinterest, and also he is the Deus Ex Machina to every other character's like pretty um even handed conflicts, because it's like, oh, the tightness of the conflict is what's interesting. um and like he will develop over helping everybody else, but it's also like we're going to follow everybody else and be like, okay, what is going on with them, what is tense for them, and what is keeping him from coming in and just fixing it for them and eradicating all conflict in the world except for his own disinterest. But like part of it is his disinterest is like what's keeping him from doing it. Like he's not going to fix your shit if he doesn't like you or he can't get something out of it. So there's this interesting thing of uh there's this interesting thing of so like this scene right here, this is payback because she rescued him, and so he owes her. So she asked for a favor, he's paying her back. That's what's going on here. Um, but this is also the thing that sort of like gives them some more socializing, getting to know each other. I don't even know what the word for that is because I'm bad at it in real life. But like this is how where like so like they have now met. This is now like the next step in their relationship where they sort of they are building on it, and they're starting to get a feel for each other rather than just like, you know, a friendly meeting talk. Um, it's not exactly a second date, uh, but so there's this weird foil where it's like I say his conflict is his, you know, contending with his disinterest in things because I think it's a challenge, but also him like he's attracted to her, and that's like he likes her, and that's interesting because he doesn't like anybody, and he can't quite figure out why. So this idea of like, okay, why am I behaving like this towards her? And again, And I love this because this is information that I know as the author, which is hidden to the character, and until much later in the series is hidden to the audience as well. But basically, it's she can match him on the intelligence level. It's different because for what comes naturally to him, she's working very hard at, but she is there. She's can be very intelligent, when she puts the effort in. Um, so she can like keep pace with him there, or at least closer than anybody else he knows. So that's pretty much what that's sort of like what sort of piques his interest. Like it's not so on pace with him that it's obvious to him. That would actually be oh boy, I do this every stream. That would actually be more the deal with Jessie here because she's like it's not written here, but she's like a robotics engineer. So there's definitely a thing here where they are like they can talk about high level shit. Like that's kind of what's going on here is like he's catching him up in like dumbed down terms, but you can basically imagine that like while what was it there's some line about cool like debug things, so like the these two end up talking to each other like above everybody else's head for this scene, even if okay, maybe I failed at making that super explicit. I'm still looking at the camera even though it's not on or even working. I maybe could have had like a little more elaboration to the scene where that was actually made explicit, like, oh, you're talking over everybody's heads, okay, to show that they feel like a little more like intellectual peers, like, but at the same time, they are both the same kind of like very systems minded, very socializing as a formality, not an interest. So they're not going to really like hit it off in any big way. Like they're going to respect each other, but they're not going to like go out for drinks, you know? Um, they end up their relationship is more like colleagues than any other kind of interest. Whereas, so here's the thing: she's intelligent enough that it piques his interest, but they're not so even like the other two that he's like realizes that that's what it is. It's just sort of like it's just high enough than everybody else that it endears her to him a little bit. Um, I love talking about my characters. Holy shit. Why don't I do this more often? Because nobody wants to hear it. I've come to believe nobody wants to hear it. I don't actually have evidence that that's true. I have a couple of instances, but that's a bummer, and I won't talk about that right now. Oh boy. The other thing is, so when I say she is like a of she's kind of like two ends of a spectrum, because so she has this layer of intelligence. She has to work at it, but she has that. But the other side of it is, and so this all comes up because I was saying, I usually draw her barefoot because she is sort of a sort of, she's a little crunchy, to use the parlance of the kids. Like I think her current story, which since I haven't, made it explicit in the comic, it means it's still a little malleable, but she's working towards being I think she's going to end up a doctor, but right now she's working towards being like a veterinarian because she wants to take care of animals, because she's very empathetic. She's very like, she cares. Her instinct is to care, which is the direct opposite of him. So like there's this weird foil going on where it's like, hey, here's somebody who, is intelligent enough that you recognize with them, but is so empathetic and automatically cares about things in a way that he just does not, that they are like there's this one piece that match and there's this one piece that that's the total flip. And so that's kind of like what pairs them up. It's like because like together he like actually solves all the problems, but she's the one who's like, hey, this is something worth caring about. And it's just like, yeah, okay, because whether the attraction is just the intelligence thing or the keeping pace, or even the attraction of being the opposite, because like at some point anything you so thoroughly cannot imagine is exotic to your mindset. And I think we're usually mm, it, how synonymous are the words exotic and novel? Hey, how synonymous are the words exotic and novel?
What?
How synonymous are the words exotic and novel?
Really?
Really?
There's a little bit of overlap, but they're both have pretty distinctive meanings.
Okay.
Like something novel can you can have something exotic that's novel because it's just new and unknown to the person.
But you can't have, but you don't necessarily have something exotic if you have something novel.
Right.
Okay, I can buy that. Thank you. Um, yeah. So I guess that's what it is. Like, um, the thing that I've come to is like people are generally drawn towards novel things. Like there's fear of the unknown, but there's like the things you know and the things that are unknown, but there is this fuzzy bit in the middle where things are just sort of like novel and interesting. And I feel like people are drawn towards that. You know, you can't go too far, they get scared, but there is a fuzzy field of novelty that draws people in. So I think that's ends up being what his attraction to her is, because it's sort of like she resonates with him because of the intelligence, and like he can pick up on that, but it's the fact that she is so different from him, even though they have this piece that resonates, and that's what just he just goes like, what's the deal? And then so that's what is attractive about her to him. It's not necessarily, I hate bullshit classic, oh, they fell in love, there's a physical attraction, they're gonna get married and go on holiday and have sex the entire. No, I'm sick of that. He's interested in her for interesting reasons that have to do with like his personality and her personality, and specifically how they go, how they bounce off of each other and interact. And like, honestly, this, like, I care about making their relationship interesting. Again, because he started as a self insert and she was the girlfriend I made up for the self insert. So like, I care about making their relationship interesting and like well drafted in that sense. I guess I wanted to make sense how it goes together. It's not just like, well, we need it's like, here's a girl in the movie and we need a love interest because folks like love relationships. It's like, no, fuck that. But like, it's going to be that, but we're gonna make it interesting. But it's not even the point of the comic. Like, I think the actual point of the comic is like the overarching writing. The thing that I decided is it is about his disinterest in everything. Like, when you're capable of everything, when nothing is a challenge, what do you do? What keeps your interest? And that's the question that all the character development and stories and plot arcs are exploring during the course um, of like the whole series. Like that is the theme of the whole series. Um, on a smaller scale, it is about, there are smaller ones about, like, who has direct conflict, how do you deal with different kinds of people, how do you deal with assholes, how do you get out of situations, who do you care about enough to help, what are the kinds of people you should care enough to help, even if you don't care about them otherwise. Like, there's like, I don't necessarily have all of those set up exactly what those themes are going to be, but that's sort of the general idea I have of like what like individual like chapters and arcs are going to be themed after. Um, and the fact that they have a relationship, and like, yeah, and then I think about it, that this relationship is in, well, no, this relationship is in here because it is thematic to that, right? Because it's just like he cares about her. Why? Well, because of their personalities, and because of the nature of how their personalities bounce off each other. So that is something for him to care about. And this probably ends up being like the strongest thing, but it is not the constant focus. This is not a romance series. Um, this is going to be just one. Um, this is going to be one of the answers to that overall question. Um, It is maybe the one I have best written, so I'm going to be kind of bummed if it turns into a romance comic just because I haven't thought out the rest. Oh no! Oh well. That doesn't make it a bad thing. Maybe not what I intended, but it could still be good. This instant coffee sucks, and I'm enjoying it so much. Oh my god, let me tell you. Is that all the six? No, shoes. That was the whole point. I started talking about that because I needed to figure out her shoes. Elcom wears DC's ish. Um, Zach wears Converse. Ryan probably wears New Balance. Kat wears some sort of somewhere between combat boot, work boot, contractor boot, something that probably has steel toes. And she's normally barefoot. Oh boy. If okay, so if her primary thing is barefoot, then when she does have to wear shoes, it is probably something more generic, right? Which, if you want to say generic, now we're talking about, um, I don't know. I was gonna say maybe it would be something very. Hmm. She's pretty big into comfort, and that's the thing. Like, barefoot is comfortable for her. And if it's not barefoot, then it would be something like the fuzziest damn socks or slippers you've ever seen. But she's very comfort focused. So if she did have to wear shoes, she would wear something comfortable to wear. I don't know what time of year this takes place, so I don't know if it would if she would do like warm weather somethings or if it would have to be more cold weather. I wear sneakers all year long. That's why I think of everybody in terms of sneakers, and then only think of exceptions to that. I'm not even touching. Yeah, I'm not thinking. I'll do that whole thing another day. What's a comfortable shoe? She wouldn't be wearing heels. Jessie would have been wearing flats with like thick heels because she comes from a modeling background, but she's like very functional. So it's just like, what is the most functional thing plus a little bit of style to it? What are comfortable shoes like? Not Crocs. I'm not gonna put her in Crocs, but I could totally see her in Crocs. Uh-oh. Skechers. She would wear like Skechers. Or I don't know if Skechers are comfortable, but like I was thinking like also put her in New Balance, but I feel like New Balance is what you wear when you want sneakers and you do not care which ones. Skechers I feel like have a little more like a little more theme to the branding, but I don't know what that theme is. Skechers are like the Old Navy of shoes, right? I'm just saying some whack ass shit now. I don't remember the last time I bought clothes that wasn't from an online on demand t-shirt printing store. hmm. Well, no, this is how we do research. I have a question. I'm gonna go to Google and just look for comfortable shoes. What do I get? Shoe stores. Shoe stores. Shoe stores. Shoe. I'm just gonna look at images. There's Crocs. It's not Crocs. That, oh boy. Uh, Actually, I kind of like the look of those. I don't think she would do slip-ons. She would definitely do something. But all right, something kind of like a flat, but something with a thicker heel. Okay. I'll put a little design on it, but okay. Let me show you a little bit of what I'm thinking here. I gotta sketch this out now. Do I have room on this page? Yes. Sometimes, you don't notice the things that you're gonna have to think about. Okay, so some like kind of flat, but with sort of like a sneakers, like a sneaker. So I'm thinking like almost like Converse, but like low top Converse, but not like military flat. It'll still have this arch support that comes up out of the what do you call it? That'll come up out of the sole of it, but then put like a thicker rubber sole on it. One that gets thin as you get towards the front, and we're gonna have like a lower lip situation here, so that this way it's kind of flat, right? Um, and hers would be uh, cause like I could, she wouldn't be in flip flops. I could see her in something like this, all right? Like that. No, not something with so much design. Hmm. Probably have this. Yeah, that makes sense. I think like this. This? That look like. Did I just give a shoe like a corset cut? Wait, what did I just do? I don't think it would have the hard cap, right? Like the hard cap is a Converse thing. Um, Probably be the kind that like does this like this. It would have like this top thing, and then this would all be one. I could see this. The lines here, not necessarily different like colors or materials, but I could see that. Or do you do it like like that? This? Like this could be, where you have like the thing with the webbing on it. No, that's too sporty to put the webbing. Yeah, but I think the like stripe for support. Yeah, no, I think that'll do it. I think I'm happy with that. Let me just remind myself. Okay. Good. Now that I have that, I can draw it again. Put it over here, maybe. I have not enough room on my desk in general, but especially today when I'm trying to get work done. Wow, that's an old bookmark I made. This. Right. gotta clean up around here. You know that? Dang. I need a better place for these. Something to protect them. I have like a nice portfolio somewhere. All right. I'm going to close that tab because now the research is done. Ooh. Jeez Louise. Uh. Yeah, it's like every time I put about like 3 to 5 lines, I gotta take a break. Don't know what that's about. Ooh, okay, I know what to draw. Once the cameras are off. Uh-oh. Don't ask. Okay, so from this angle, that shoe that I just figured out would look kind of like this. Sound effects. They also happen digitally, but I just drew it. All right, that's good enough for me. Uh, hmm. I can work with that. It looks a little goofy, but it plays. 6:28. Oh, it's dark out already. Uh. It's apartment 501. Actually, it might be apartment 51. He might be on the 50th floor. Yeah, the first apartment on the 50th floor. By the way, no. Again, if I go back to the version of his apartment that I built in The Sims, it's the floors basically split into three. One half is his apartment, um, and the other half is split between like a laboratory workshop area and a hangar bay that actually stretches numerous. So I actually wonder that might not have access from the main hallway, so it wouldn't get counted. There might be 501, which is apartment, and 502, which is the workshop, which would be basically right across the hall from this. It would be like I should just next comic stream will just be me playing Sims to show you how everything is shaped. first Saturday night stream after I run out of model kits. It's just me playing Sims and still building stuff because I cannot help myself. The logo I came with again in middle school. I came up with so much of all of this in middle school with the characters, storylines. This scene I came up with in middle school. You know, this idea of like, oh, like I didn't quite have the details worked out, but it was definitely like, oh no, she's going to have to come over to his apartment, and that is what's how he's going to pay her back for this. But it's also going to be a way for them to get to know each other better. Like that setup for this, I wrote 20 years ago. I came up with 20 years ago. I don't know when I wrote it down. I wrote it down like Monday. Hmm. Good enough. It reads just barely, but it reads. So because this is the inside of the door, this is like a big apartment door, so we would probably see 3 hinges. One near the top, one sort of near the middle. That's enough. I can dot it. That'll probably be shaded because it's in the crevasse, so it wouldn't really be most of the light would be blocked to it. Oh, I gotta do everything else in this scene too. Oh, I just don't want to do any of the things that are necessary to do the thing. Oh my god. Right? Yeah, that's working. I turn my page so freaking much when I'm working. My lines basically only go in this motion, and I'm turning the rest of the page to match that for where I need it. Do love to be a floating head down in the corner, I'm not gonna lie. Wait, okay, this one's almost done. I can just finish this one. Okay, good. Uh Marty, we have to go back to the old comic pages because I forgot something. I didn't put it there. I'm putting it there now. There should be a view hole here. Also because then it'll be in here. Because I needed something in there because I could not stand it just being blank, I guess. Mm. Let's see. Yeah, good enough. I say that, and then I add more details because my brain, period. New thought. Hmm. See, now that I've drawn it here, it's not like one to one. It's close enough, though. All right, well, that's just good. Like I said, this is more following instructions. I can just use this to line it up. Good enough. Wait, this way. Yes, that's what I'm looking for. This way. You know what? That's good enough. That looks same enough. Good enough. It looks like a table. Okay, now it gets hard because, well, not that hard. Okay, it's the edge of the door, and how do you grab an edge of a door? If you're grabbing it, you're grabbing it this way, so sort of fingers over, thumb out. It would be a little more, but it would be basically like, yeah. If you're grabbing it this way, it would be sort of like this. So we're going to see these, and we're going to see the thumb, and that's all we're going to see. I kind of love that the. Oh my god, this is so tiny. Thumb, thumb. I'm happy with that. Okay. And then the rest of that will be behind that. Ooh, do I hurt myself with music? Well, I clicked it, so I guess so. Uh oh. All right. I feel like I put a little too much surprise in that face, and also the eye is way off, but I'll fix it in post. Marty, we've got to go back and fix it in post. Oh god, their faces are so small. Okay, okay, okay. No, we got this. I'm extremely powerful. I can do this. Okay, I'll buy that. Okay, and then like over here, have like a chair. See, I'm doing it again. I'm putting way too much detail because I know it's all back there. Like that really, like kind of like this is nice and clear. That's just a mess. Also, it's a mess, so it's too dense, so it turns into noise, so it doesn't draw the eye. Good contrast draws the eye. Noise, gets blank and noisy. They contrast each other, but a contrast brings your eye to the dividing point, to the separation, right? That's my argument. Vote for me. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm surprised I'm still going, if I'm being honest. Fluorescent lights. This would probably have some framing around it. No, it wouldn't because of the way that is, but that means that it would have a like drop down frame. I have a very specific picture in my head of how the framing of this works. Of like this doorway works. Good, this middle strip is done. Would a clock be up here? Where would a clock be? This is where all the appliances and cabinets are. So this is this. Something over here would be like a key rack. So yeah, we could put a clock here. I don't know what time it is. It's later in the afternoon. It's probably like 6:30. Probably like 6:30. Okay? That should read like a clock now. Uh, I'm thinking it's a black rim clock. That doesn't go here because it is part of the background, and I don't want to add the flat black because that would add contrast, which would draw the eye, and I'm not intending to draw the eye right now. I was just like, here's something I can just throw in, and now I had to establish a time that this takes place. I hope that doesn't mess with anything. I don't think it does because we're jumping around in time a lot. Like what these are going to show is that some amount of time has passed since the last panel, since the phone call. I don't think clear much. I think it's fine that she's showing up at like 6:30, like as the sun is starting to go down. Um, when did they get back? Yeah, when were they out? They must have been out like during lunchtime. The last scene probably took place around like 2 o'clock. They would have gotten back by like what 3 and caught up. So that could have been like 4. If she gets there like 6:30, yeah, no, that's a full day. This has been a busy day. I would be tired after this day. Next panel. Did that. Let's do this face. Let's do this absolutely beaming face. Here's the thing that's most indulgent. I don't think that he considers her cute. I consider her extremely cute. This is a distinction. See, her hair has like an extreme bends to it. Like her hair like is it's like it's a little poofy but with an extreme occasional extreme juke. She's got jukeful hair. I do not know what this means. How about some just to push that sort of like a little, it's not full on blushing, but it is a little bit about like, oh, you got them cute cheekbones going on. Even though his face looks funky, I'm pretty happy with this panel overall. Considering how I felt about all of this going in, I'm very happy with the panels I have right here. The shoe still looks a little funky. That's because it should be like about that much. I can fix a little bit about that in the ink here. So these are here. And then this is going to sort of wrap over the shoe. It's only a little bit behind it. This this is gonna come over here. This folds up. All right. I'm thinking this will go like that a little bit. So what's important here is that it is the moment of impact with the ground, right? So there should be like a little flat spot to show that impact. All right, I guess it's not even, it's like impact, but it's almost like the tiny shadow that touches it to show you that contact is being made. Whatever it is, you get it. If these are jeans, they would still have this. There you go. Oh, the background of it. Right. Oh, right. This wouldn't be door framed because that's the door. Which means that we would also have a thing over there. And then this is going to be the sort of threshold of the apartment, which I believe in my notes, yes, I named this episode Threshold preemptively. Because for some reason, this is the huge part of this. The fact that she is now entering the apartment. I think that's because this is like. This is. Even though they met a little while ago, I think this is part where she basically. Sort of in the structure story, this is where she becomes a part of the main group. So this is great. It actually means that, like. Basically, this is a big moment to the story because with this she is now basically a part of the main five. Like from this point she kind of just starts hanging out, just like Zach and Ryan do. And then Kat's there and he just keeps, we keep calling on him, like it's just like, hey, I got more odd jobs for you to do. He's kind of like the friend slash handyman, the weird uncle that you call to fix your sink and then you listen to his stories and you just go like, we should find somebody else to do this, but he's family, you know? That's kind of the relationship there. Find out why they don't let him into Disneyland anymore. That kind of cool uncle. That would be a cool uncle, right? I think that makes sense. This would go like out this way. Yeah. I was gonna say stop there, but no, I do have one more. It's her. I'm really happy with how the rest of these have turned out so far, so I feel brave enough to do it. Then I think I'm calling it done because I don't want to deal with these three today. But now they're the last three to deal with, so I can do them this weekend or whatever. I don't know if I'll stream any more work on this. I think my one stream of working on a comic per month. That's listen. I missed it on Monday. I'm making up for that. Here we are. Um, don't push your luck. I'm also talking to myself. Okay. Also, food's ready, so yeah. How about I ink one more and then call it a night? This is more progress than I felt I had in me today, so I'm not complaining. I'll be honest, I just don't know how her hair works. I just absolutely do not know. I change it every time, and I'm never happy with it. Even though it was based on a real haircut I saw once. And like she looks small in the panel here, but that's because the bubbles. And you've seen the last bunch of comics I've did. I've had to like really cram the bubbles in there. That's my fault because I haven't been laying them out early enough. Oh, I got to do her whole arm situation here. Oh my god. Okay. So the first thing is this hand. This is what's most forwards. Oh, right. Her sleeves are alt colored. Yeah, the ring and which means I can pretty much do that right now and let myself know. It's going to be here. But she has a bag here. It's just going to go down and interact with the corner. And it's going to go here and interact with the sleeve here. Right? Right. Okay. Her eyes are just too high here. So I'm going to do these by hand and then severely regret it. I do not regret it. I might regret those bright cheek marks right now, but the eyes look okay. Eyebrows. Mouth might be too big for. It's fine. Honestly, it's fine. And this whole thing is she's got her other hand down here, which is there. These are going to be filled. Her shoes are lighter colored. These might actually be like pink and white. Oh, shoes might be pink and white. Oh, I looked wide eyed directly into the camera. I'm excited about that. Excited about that note. Hey, Mr. Magazine. Sorry, it's my music again. Goes in my ear, sometimes slips out my mouth. Constantly slips out my mouth. How about that, actually? That's far more true. Right, and this same goes like down here. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I can clean it in post if I have to. Not super happy with how this turned out because it's a little. This should probably be more like over here. I'm gonna fix that with whiteout before the scan. I'm done with that. Let's do these shoulders. I didn't finish coming down there because I needed to see how it interacted with the books and stuff. I hadn't drawn them yet. Said that there's writing on these. Okay. I am gonna do this just because I'm kind of a weirdo and I like it. Okay. I'm gonna say that's gonna do it. I still need to do the other 3 panels. I ain't doing that today, and then I gotta do all the digital stuff, but that's like nothing. Like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna do that on stream or I gotta get it done before Halloween, basically. And it's just gonna be a question of whether being on stream will help keep me on track, or if being on stream will be an added pressure that pushes me away from working on it. So that's what's going to determine whether I stream the rest or not. But I wanted to at least stream a part of it because I said I would. I put that on the schedule. I want to hold correct to that. And here we are. So, yeah, weird, quiet day. Thank you for joining me anyway. I'm going to go eat some dinner. Alrighty, take care, everybody.